Hey guys, welcome to Redneck Politics. My name is Mike, and this is where real American voices matter. I did a taping earlier, uh, and I touched on some of the subject about the Democrats that made a video uh, trying to get it out to our service members that they can and have a right to refuse any unlawful order, not lawful, any unlawful order. Again, back in the day, during World War II, Hitler gave orders, and if you didn't follow them, you died. But when the war was over during the Nuremberg trials, you know, the Germans tried to use this thing uh, that, they were just following orders. Well, again, I'm sorry, but if you take an order from an officer to shoot this man in the back of the head and you shoot this motherfucker, both of you just as guilty. So make no mistake about it. They did not tell anyone to disobey an order. And, our military now, the young guys and girls we have, or young ladies, they want to do the right thing. You know, they want to listen to every command, and they should. But what you're doing is you're putting these people in very bad positions, and we should not be putting them in positions like this. Because number one, this is the first time we've ever had a president put military boots on our own homeland soil. That's always been a no-no. Yet you got a president in there, Trump, who thinks he can do fucking what he wants when he wants. But to get back a little bit of where I was going, Senator Mark Kelly is one of the finest gentlemen you will ever want to meet. No matter who you are, where you're from, what your beliefs are, this dude is just one hell of a fucking dude. He was a pilot in our military. He was an astronaut. He was a captain that retired from the military with honorable discharge. But see, he didn't tell anybody not to follow the law. That's being interpreted by people who want to justify what they're trying to do next for Trump. This man deserves a lot of credit. He stepped up and filled a void for Arizona after his wife got almost killed. Attempted assassination. Trump, of all people, knows to put out a post like he did about the execution or the court martial of one of our heroes and was only doing what was right to do. It's in the military code of ethics. I don't know what the fuck, anybody else is thinking different. But Trump started this shit, and this is where he is stirring political violence. See, this ain't just some right-wing person or some left-wing person or who the fuck ever. This is the president of the fucking United States, man. A president is supposed to set examples, you know, to always be honest and fair and open and fighting for the people of America. You know, nowadays, right now, it all reminds me too much of fucking chaos of how the mafia would want to fucking do shit. Of course, he knows that game too. Trump does. But it upsets me to know that they are calling on the court martial. Pete Hegseth is going to call in a hero to try to court martial him for something he said that in no way was a lie. I mean, how far do we go with this shit? Until I mean, Pete Hegseth, he's already been caught in different scandals since he's been, Secretary of Defense. Sending his leaked messages and shit, all that, He needs to sweep up under his own fucking doorstep. Actually, he don't need to be there. Dude is not qualified for it. He does not fucking need to be there. But that's a different podcast. Right now, I just wanted to express my feelings that it's appalling that our president would want to get online and make some stupid goddamn remark that doesn't do nothing but promote violence. So all this right shit, blaming on the left shit, y'all full of shit. That's what you are. Because it seems like the Republican Party, they're not even, they don't even have their own minds. They don't even live their own lives. None of that. They are, ass kissing Trump because either A, they want to drop one of those little crumbs that he leaves behind, or that something's going to happen to where, Trump recognizes you. Man, I want to see this country continue to remain free, a democracy, having our politicians get back on the job and doing right by the people. And number one of those right now is getting the costs down, inflation down, getting better wages for people. That's what it's about. But yet we keep being pulled off in these different fucking sandboxes, They don't make no damn sense, man. So here we are dealing with 8-year-old fucking people that are trying to be professional that's not. I mean, what are we doing? Y'all, everybody, Joe Biden did this and Joe Biden did that. When he left office, our deficit was $32 trillion. Trump, I think, is already 37. So he's five more than what Biden left it. And we got to get some people in here, and these elections that are coming up in 2026 is really going to make a difference on how us Americans want to live our life and who do we want to be in government. We have that right to put them folks in. We also have the right to take them some bitches out. Look at all their records. Every time you can, we need to be looking at their records. And it's going to tell either they're productive and they are an asset, or they're an ass kisser and we don't need them. I'm tired of hearing it's the left, it's the right. All 400 and something of you that's in Congress, and plus you got your Senate. We're all fucking Americans, man. When it comes down to it, it's not right or left. Because you can bet your ass on one thing. If we were in a battle in the war, if you're in my foxhole, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're an American. Trump talking to these photographers, these women who are doing their job. They don't have but so long to ask a question, so you might as well ask the best one. And he wants to call her a pig? This is a motherfucker that represents the United States of America? I'm gonna have to get off this thing for right now. Man, that's crazy, ain't it? Think about it, dog. How crazy that is. But we ain't even got down to the crazy part, and I'll have to save it for another video. And that's how bad the damage is going to be for your people on the lower scale in poverty. But what we need to do is stop Trump from destroying our democracy, because the only thing he cares about is making as much fucking money as he can. That way, when he leaves, he'll have a buku full of money. That's all that matters to him. He told you when you voted for him, he was going to get the utility costs down. He was going to get food prices down. Tariffs was going to bring in all this revenue and stuff. And he will send everybody $2,000 because it's some of the tariffs that he's got back. When everything is bullshit. That's what it is. It's bullshit. And he thinks that we're stupid enough to buy into this shit, man. First thing I'd like to see, though, is this damn, political violence stop, man. What about it if it's if it's your wife that gets blown up because she got into the car that you were supposed to fucking drive because you wasn't man enough to go to Congress and be who the fuck you said you were going to be when you got elected? It's sad, brother. But I do want to give, my hats off to Senator Kelly, because in his life, he has served the public and he has served it well. And the only reason why he's still in it, because he had done retired as a captain, as a pilot, as an astronaut. I am sure this man is set for the rest of his life. But when his wife got shot in that assassination attempt that killed others, this man took her legacy and her work and picked it up to keep moving with it. And I hope that everybody that lives in Arizona, you keep voting for this man, because he has that kind of heart. He is the kind of politicians that we need. And, there's some other ones. Massey's another one. Even Rand Paul. And I don't like some of the things he says, but I also like it when he calls out bullshit. But I appreciate it, guys. Please hit the like, subscribe, and alert button for me. It does go a long way. Leave any comments, please. I'm just learning this podcast, and I want even if you cuss me like a dog, it's all right. But I do appreciate it, and nothing but love to y'all. Peace.